Right, so just doing a quick breakdown on Ethereum. So both Ethereum USD and Ethereum BTC pair. And what I think is going to happen next. Okay, so I think we'll start with Ethereum USD first. Okay, so let's see what's happening in the yearly. We had this massive move up so far. Quick rally this year. So okay, let's start with the yearly levels. What's first? This yearly high here, which is 2018 high. So we'll just mark them out one step at a time. That's all I can really get for this year. Quarterly, what would you have to work with? Not much. Okay, we'll allow that for now. It's just not much to work with when it's around here. Monthly, okay, the one that level stands out to me is here. So we'll do the monthly level in a different color. We'll just do that in black. Okay, so that's that high there. So we're above that. So go to the weekly, zoom in a bit. And we can see that if I was to refine this and take that to the left a bit, okay, this was a range, wasn't it? So say this was a base, the topping bar, resistance, we had resistance there, okay? So we're within this range now, okay? So as long as it stays above here, then any retest will be fine, okay? In this question is it going to go up from here now, or is it going to retest, go up from there? As long as it stays above here, I'm looking either by breakouts on the lower time frame towards there, or by pullbacks around here back towards all-time high because of the range defined. Yes, if we close below here, once get smashed below here, then we'll have to reassess and start saying, okay, where's the next downside play? And even then, I'd probably say around here, okay? So this was a key resistance, support, deviation, breakdown resistance, resistance, and then support. Okay, so that would be a separate range then. If that broke, then we'll deal with that when the time comes. But for now, we're just concerned with here. Okay, so let's break this down further now. Let's go to the daily. What do we have to work with? And there's a few levels here that stand out to me. So one level is obviously, we'll do that in a different color. So one's gonna be obviously this high here. So there's gonna be levels along the way. We'll do that in green, so we don't get too confused. And the other level is going to be here, because initially when it jumped up, that was the initial resistance, deviation, resistance, dropped. So let's see how these levels are playing on the lower time frame. And another level, I'm going to do that in a smaller color, which is a thinner line, which is this level here. Okay, so let's go fast forward now and see how these levels are playing out. And as you can see along the way, we had, when it broke out of the initial range, resistance, find that support, the wicks it, back above it. Resistance closed above it, wicked it. So far, it's a wick so far, so I'm not getting too worried just yet. Okay, so that's that. So just identifying where we are in the range. So let's break this down now and say, okay, what do we do now? So it's clear we got support, key support here. Okay, if we were to make a clean breakdown, we'd probably go towards the range low or possibly there. So what would be the easy play for this? That's going to say the breakout play. Well, the breakout play would be, you can see how that weekly level or the level I showed you to the left is acting as resistance. So if we were to break out of here, then that would be a straightforward breakout play for me towards there. So whatever happened to the downside, or if I wasn't confident on getting long here for whatever reason, this setup is ready for me whenever the time comes, towards there at least. And after that, we can worry about price projections after all-time high. So what do we do now on the lower time frame when it comes to here? Well, if we look, we're still at SR here. I mean, we can refine this level down a bit more and say, okay, probably a bit of a zone here. And you can see, I mean, sit easy. And probably say, sorry, I had to pause the video there, something happened. About here, okay? So this is that key level there, but on the lower time frame, we've got this. And this was the consolidation. Then took it up, held it. This was that fast wick we had last night, okay? Everything sharp correction. So I think if it's good, we should go above here. So based on that, I could have a hard invalidation below here, because if it's going to break down below here and give us that displacement away from this key level. So this part was a deviation. Why? It was fast, short-lived, got back above and pushed up. Okay, so same again, it's valid long in my opinion. It's support. As long as we don't make a clean break below here, it should be fine. Okay, so I'm personally got a small position in. I'm waiting for a clean breakout above here to add the main one. And that's about it for Ethereum really. So let's go down now, and I'm going to look at, if we do break out, just see a bit of price projections, okay? What could we be dealing with, okay, if it is going to go higher? I mean, I wasn't expecting Bitcoin to go that fast, okay? But it did. So if you take it from that high, I mean, you can draw it neatly yourself. We got projections here, and that comes in about 1797, near 1800. Call it 1790. I mean, I haven't drawn it to the tick, but you can do that yourselves. Okay, we got that as an objective, and then after that we got the 1.618, which comes in around 2250s. Okay, and then after that we got the 2775. Okay, so these will be. I mean, what I think may happen is, I mean, ideally would be a quick fast blow off top, then consolidate around here. So this is a range. We were getting the previous consolidation once it topped out, right? So if it blasts off, if we can get the range here, flip side of that, okay? It'll block it, blow off top, consolidate, and then like that, okay? Something like that. But we'll see what happens when the time comes, okay? I'm not gonna make shit up just for hopium's sake, whatever. Okay, so that's that. The reason why I'm saying that is because it's a similar to pattern to even on the lower time frames. So similarly, you know, when you get this, so let me just show you. I don't use fractals on their own, but if they, you know, similar, then why not? So see this here. This would say let's just compare. I'm just trying to show you the easy way of showing you it. So we got this consolidation here. Actually, let me fix this up. What's going on here? So we got this consolidation here, right? After the big rally, and we can say it's a big move up. This is consolidation. Then it acted as resistance, and on the flip side, it was acting as support, wasn't it? So this area here, I would say, would be equivalent to this. Okay, if that happened. And then go off top, consolidate for a while, and then continuation on. Well, there's no reason why we can't get that above that. Okay, that's the thing I'm seeing. And to back that up, the main one is going to go to FBTC now. So this is why I think it's just warming up personally. So if you look, let's mark our yearly levels again. We got that yearly high there, last year's high. So let's mark that out. And 1 second. Trying to keep this video as quick, short as possible. There's no point doing a long fucking 2-hour thing. Last year's, so within last year's range. Okay, not much to say other than that. And if you look at it, we're still in, you know, consolidation phase, really. Okay, we haven't really, you know, broken out. So I think the real move begins for F if it blows out of here. So if that breaks out of here, then I think it starts just like here, your consolidation. Once it broke out, then we get the big move. Okay, let's refine this a bit more down. You know, get some more levels involved. Okay, now what we've got here is probably weekly is probably better in this case. Okay, what we've got here is I'm going to show you a similarity of what I'm expecting. Okay, so what we had here was we're going to go pen tool. We had this as a range high previously. Actually, let me draw that properly. We had this as a range high previously. Bloody magnet tool. Okay, there you can see, and then range low. Now the deviation, so one would say, well, big rally up is ended, but really this was still a rally within this range, wasn't it? It's only when it broke out and retested, then we got the big move up. I'm expecting something similar here now. So let's see, previous year's high, but I'm going to refine this level a bit more now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just add another level here. And the funny thing is, right, this low, range low, comes in line with this as well. Well, similarly anyway, close enough here. Okay, so we can, I'm looking at this as a deviation now, possible deviation down here. So I'm just going over this briefly. So see, just comparing it, consolidation, deviation. Obviously this time it retested it. This they didn't. Doesn't really matter. Okay. So the real blast off is if we get above here, then that's when I think it really starts. I mean, the first target objective would be obviously if you're gonna have resistance levels, it's gonna be there, and maybe it does something like this. The funny thing is, even before this was formed, this was a resistance level before as well. And so if it does this, like that. So the way I'd be treating it is two ways of playing it. I mean, I'm talking from a trader's perspective, okay, trading perspective, the way I would do it anyway. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but so breakout play. If I'm playing it level to level, from level to level, possibly is it gonna blow out of here or not? I don't know. Here it blow out, retest. But if I play it from there towards there, whether it does this and then takes off or not, it doesn't matter. Either rebuy the pullback here or by the breakout above here, and play it level to level. Where's the next resistance? That's the next resistance. So that way I'm playing it level to level. Now if I was to draw a whole range from this leg, okay, let me see how that looks like. How much done that before? Let me see, take that high to this low, and then mid-range comes in around here, and that would actually be the consolidation previously here. This was a key consolidation before. Okay, so I personally think towards here makes sense. Okay, so the consolidation that broke it down. After it breaks down above here would be key. Now, what do we do within this before that even happens? It's not a breakout till it happens. Okay, so let's deal with that now. So that's the breakout scenarios I'm looking for. And as to why I think, you know, if we do break out of here, I don't think Ethereum's gonna crash all the way back down. I think it's gonna do one of these phases here, based on, because if Ethereum breaks out of here and then ETHBTC is trading above here by then that's a breakout for ETHBTC, isn't it? So, and that could probably mean just Bitcoin going to long consolidation or else take off, possibly. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that too much. We'll deal with that at the time comes. But it's a scenario I'm prepared for. So you've got to have these plans in place. If it does happen, well, how do you act? Okay, so let's move forward now and say, okay, how do I approach this range? Okay, so I'm applying the same exact thing again. We've got this low here. Now I'm looking at this and saying, okay, what's capping the upside here? Now I did post a long here, it's a short-term long, nothing major. So this level here, okay. So let me do them in different colors so you know the range I'm dealing with in. So we've got this level here, and then we've got this here, okay. So short-term possibility-wise, I mean, if I'm correct, right, we shouldn't really come back below here. So if we can, so right now we're trading below here. So if we come into here, then I'll be looking for a possible buy, let it confirm a bit, and then playing back towards here. Okay, these I'm just trading within the range. Why? Because this is capping the upside. Just like here and then here. I'm going for the minimal target. Whenever I target, I'd rather go for the minimal and then take some off there. And then if it extends further, happy days. Then, if it breaks out above here, this is where, if it breaks out above here, so this is the consolidation that's capping it right now. And as you can see, the bottom of that is key support. Above here is when I think we get the breakout, and that moves us towards there. And that could evolve into a swing trade, but if I do take profits here, well, we've got the plan in place for the breakout play. Okay, like I've explained before. What if it does take off from here? So this is still a key support. If it takes off from here, well, exactly the same play. It would be, okay, it would be, I will still look for the breakout play above here. Either it comes into there, or even if it doesn't pull back here, I'll be looking for it from there towards there. Okay, so that's a quick brief breakdown of Ethereum. Hope that helped. My short-term ideas and my long-term ideas, and see what happens. Okay, take care. Like the channel, subscribe to it if you haven't already. Bye-bye.